Today, as an example, you're going to fill in the notes on the bottom of page 104 that deals with ordering decimals from least to greatest, and then you'll continue and solve all of the problems on 105 to check for understanding. So let's read the step up. It says, draw an arrow to show the approximate position of each number on the number line. Then write the decimal fractions in order from least to greatest. All right, so we're taking 455 thousandths, 325 thousandths, 895 thousandths, and 810 thousandths. We want to order them from least to greatest. You should notice that all four of those numbers all go to the thousandths. So we don't need to worry about making them all go to the same place value to make it easier to compare or order. Let's take a look at this number line. If I draw a line in the center of the number line between 0 and 1, what I need to do is I need to remember that halfway between 0 and 1 is 0.5. Now we know that adding zeros to the end of the decimal does not change the value of the decimal. So it can also be thought of as 0.50, which is 50 hundredths, or 0.500, which is 500 thousandths. Now the reason I would want to write it as 500 thousandths is because all of the numbers on the bottom of this page go to the thousandths. So then what we know is that we could break this into tenths. So tenths. I have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and that's 5/10, which means this is 0.100 because it's 0.1, which is the same as 1/10, which is the same as 10/10, 10 100ths, and 100 1,000ths. And the second one is 200 1,000ths, and then 300 1,000ths, and then 400 1,000ths. And of course, I can do the same thing on the other side. I have 600 1,000ths and 700 1,000ths, 800 1,000ths, and 900 1,000ths. And then it goes to 1. All right, so if I'm looking to figure out where 455 thousandths goes, I know that it's going to have to be between these two numbers, because here's your 400 and your 500. And I know that 450 is between 400 and 500. So it's going to have to be a little past halfway. That's where 455 would show up between 400 and 500. 325, is going to be between 300 and 400. 350 is halfway. 325 is going to be a quarter of the way. 895 is going to be between 800 and 900, and you know that 895 is very close to 900, so it should be real close to it. And 810 is going to be really close to 800, so it's going to be close to it. So when I look at these numbers and try to figure out least to greatest, I see that the first number I have is this one. So my least is 325 thousandths. The next one is 455 thousandths. And the next one is going to be 810 thousandths. And then last, 895 thousandths. Now, the question is, how could I have done this without having a number line? Because most of the time, you're not going to draw one. You have to remember that because this all goes to the thousandths, you don't have to worry about that type of place value. But what you can do is you can look at first your tenths, can see that this is 3/10, this is 4/10, and these two are 8/10. So because of that, we already know 3/10 is going to be less than 4/10, which is going to be less than 8/10. And then when you look at the 8, because these are still the same, you have to go to the next place value. The next place value is a 1 in the hundredths and a 9 in the hundredths. And since 1 is less than 9, you know that 810 thousandths is going to be less than 895 thousandths. Let's quick look, even though it's not on there, at another example that does have numbers going to different place values. So I have 41 hundredths, 204 thousandths, 257 thousandths, and 5/10. Now I worry that people will put the 5/10 as their smallest one right away because it looks just like 5. But what you have to remember is that's not how it works. There's two things we can do, and one of the biggest strategies we did was add zeros so they go to the same place value. So this end is actually 410 thousandths. That's already to the thousandths, 204 thousandths, 257 thousandths, and we changed this one to 500 thousandths. So now when I look at these, I can actually just look at them as numbers to the thousandths and order them from least to greatest. So I would see that 204 thousandths is my smallest, and then 257 thousandths, and then 410, and then 500. You're just looking at them like numbers like they're in the hundreds. The other thing you could do is go in order of place value, and you could say this is 4/10, 2/10, 2/10, and 5/10. So these two you'd have to check first because that's the smallest. 0 hundredths and 5 hundredths. Since 0 hundredths is smaller than 5 hundredths, I know the first one would be 204 thousandths, and the second one would be 257 thousandths. And then when I looked at the other two, the tenths were already smaller. So 410 thousandths, because 4/10 is smaller than 5/10, and 500 thousandths. Okay, so you're going to spend some time ordering from least to greatest in the next couple lessons. All right, good luck.